All right, we back on.
Was you done with the James?
Yeah, but get on. If you got something,
I was just looking for it. What you need?
Sirach, aka Ecclesiastes, chapter 40, verse 28. Because no, you got a good point. No, brother, if that's not in your spirit, shit, do you? Shit, because hustle is something, legally, But no, but they ain't never been in my spirit to work for a motherfucker. I ain't never like that shit.
I got it. That's what I'm saying. Why you gotta hustle?
Yeah.
Like this, what I'm saying is, do Yahweh Hashem Yahweh look down on somebody who sells drugs?
Yeah, you a witch.
Look at the what's the Eric Garner? We were just speaking about this. Look, how the fuck a bitch in a wheelchair can sell? Like, how do you not get robbed doing that shit? All I'm saying is, look, long story short, you being a middleman to basically your own people's demise. So, of course, it's wicked because what did Ezekiel 8:17 say? You want to get that or want me to get it?
You get that.
Hey, if I could just say something right quick. When you say, is it okay to sell drugs? Drug dealer, like in the ancient world, a drug dealer would be considered a witch. Like you would go to a witch to get a potion, and she would give you something like say if I was selling you some weed. Yeah, you would smoke the weed and you would you would get that feeling. A witch would do the same thing in the ancient world.
Okay.
And the Bible say don't suffer a witch to live. So
all right, keep going, bro.
yeah, the Bible say don't suffer a witch to live. So like if a man and a woman commit adultery, they get put to death in the ancient world. That's the same thing with a witch, but it'd be called a drug dealer today.
Your modern day drug dealers that you got. This is
I know, but look, hold up. I know that some modern day drug dealers are doctors. But it's brothers and sisters who work for the pharmacy, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
because there's people that just set up to, because it's like working for like Pizza Hut, but you giving people pork. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucked up. Because it's kind of like it's damn if you do and damn if you don't.
Right.
It's like you really ain't gonna win. That's why it's always like you always gotta repent.
Exactly. It's like that's what it really is.
You ain't gonna win.
You're right.
You don't want to get caught up in that shit.
Let's say you just working at McDonald's. You
yeah, right. You hear what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. It's deep, bro. It's real deep, bro. I ain't scared of it, though.
I'm just saying, doing that, just throwing it out there, you'll find yourself in deeper captivity. Like, we already in captivity now as we speak.
Right.
But you'll find yourself in deeper captivity. You don't want to do that. Trying to do the work. You got to be out with all these dollars. And the best way to do that is to remain from carnal things. You'll stay out of jail longer.
And another thing, we'll get that scripture I asked for. And another
which
thing,
one you asked?
it's Sirach 40.
Sirach 40 and 28?
Yeah.
This is Sirach chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for it is better it is to die than to beg.
Yeah, it's better because just like you said, man.
Slack. Verse 29. The life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, for he polluteth himself with other man's meat. Yeah. But a wise man well nurtured will beware thereof.
Yeah, because the whole thing about the shoe, because I know you heard it saying, Quam, Yashala, Quam mean to arise. And Yashala means Prince of the Power. So, or Prince of Power. So, it's that's the English
Hebrew
term.
word, for Israel is Yashala.
So, the thing for us to always do is to arise. That's like a omen nomen. Like omen nomen is they would name like your name would mean something and that you would do. Like the one this world ignorantly called Jesus, his name is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves. So he's going to do exactly what his name is. Exactly. He's going to save us. So our as a whole is our saying is Kwam Yashala, is to always arise, always grow. Right. So that's why we say walk the drugs. I sold drugs like a motherfucker, but
we all done had a lot in the world, but you got to put out the old man.
You got to put out the old man, but that would lower my percentage of not being the elect. So you know what I'm saying? Because it's a numbers game. It's, I want to lessen. I want to higher my percentage to be the elect, to be saved. Because drug did it. I'm not saying it, but it can lower your percentage. You feel what I'm saying?
Let me get this out. This is Romans.
That's all I'm saying.
This is Romans chapter 15, verse 20. Yeah, so I have strived to preach the gospel, not where Yahushua was named, lest I should build on another man's foundation. So that kind of coincides with what you were just asking for in Sirach. Like, you don't want to build on another man's foundation when it comes to being a beggar and living off another man's meat, as he said on his table.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
I know I'm sick of dude. We talk about this every day. Like, we hate working, but everybody hate that. I hate.
They less worthy than us. The heathens.
Yeah, like that's fucked up. That we gotta.
But you gotta do what you gotta do to get your daily bread.
I know.
Yeah, what's up?
It just seemed like
yeah, I know, because we the kings. That's why the scripture says,
perfect scripture.
In Ecclesiastes, anybody know that he's seen service upon horses and slaves. It says, well, he can look it up, but the scripture says that they gonna see us working under people that's Edomites, man. Because first of all, we went off, you know. And so we got under the curses.
While I'm getting this, can you get that for me?
Hey, can I say something right quick? Like when you I see what you saying. You looking at it like we the kings and the priests of the earth. So why we work for them? You gotta understand we in captivity. We curse right now. So that's why the Most High basically making mockery of like y'all wanted to do what these other nations was doing. So I'm gonna get you to the other nations. Y'all gonna be subservient to them, since y'all ain't wanna be subservient to me. So I see what you saying though. You looking at it like, you know, we the kings. So what's going on? You know?
I'm looking at it like, how he make everything, right?
Yeah.
Good or evil. So if it's evil things, how we look at it, how can we look at it bad if Yahweh made it? That's what I'm trying to understand.
That's the same way that you can say about the pork and swine.
Well, actually,
swine.
Actually,
he created that too, but he said that it's unclean because it cleansed the earth. So this whole purpose is put here to serve earth. He said it's a time for everything, but not.
But ain't drugs from the earth though? The white man, he alter it
because it's certain. Because it's not wrong to knowing the herbs. Like people.
It's the way you use it, right?
The way you do it, because marijuana itself is not
it's
bad.
It's supposed to be consumed,
it
right?
You can drink it as a tea. You can make a tea out
right,
of it.
that's still consuming it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just when you
This is the scripture
smoke.
This is 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. That's 1 Peter 5 and 8. It says be sober and be vigilant, because of your adversary the devil. Now our counterpart Satan, spiritual demon Satan, is the so-called white man. They walk around as a roaring lion, see who they could devour. They gonna take you in and they make more money off you in jail than they would having you on the street. So what we're saying is you don't want to find yourself in deeper captivity.
But Yahweh, he made jail though. Yeah. Obviously,
he made the Edomites to put spirit on the Edomites
to make the jail. That's what I'm saying. So
niggas,
it's like
that don't niggas right. Who don't want to get right. I mean, even in jail, it might be a brother that's probably might just break out. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But what I'm saying is this: you better, because the scripture say you better be a live dog than a dead lion. Meaning, why put yourself in that situation where you can be out here pushing this word? Right. You know what I'm saying? You can put in jail. You can put the jail. Put you in jail.
A lot harder. They shut that shit down with like it ain't nothing. Because you're under confinement.
They went and shut it down because if you keep it.
Can you get a 1611 edition Bible? And I mean, it's probably some that you got the subjects for it. But what I'm saying is you gonna be able to teach? Because you know it's nothing but wicked niggas in jail.
I hear you, bro.
So ain't nobody really much in there. Everybody that go there is either like Islam or some other bullshit. And that's just to keep them from getting their ass beat, so they group together. But just saying in general, like you ain't much fruit in jail. That's all we saying. Like you might have one halfway listener, but is you gonna really gather fruit in jail like you would out here on the streets amongst the people as a whole?
Because and another thing, why you wouldn't be in jail, because the Lord made us water. You can't contain water, because once you contain water, water gets slimy. Water always got to be flowing. That's why Paul, if you read about Paul went to everywhere, man. He couldn't stop moving. You couldn't lock a man like that up. Like people like you can't. The cage that's just within that square box. Which I'm not saying it could be brothers in there. It could be brothers. You could wake up and all that, but it's still brothers
out here they
out
got
on the in the YouTube world that's why we're gonna put this on YouTube so brothers that probably not in Cleveland, they can see us being out here in the cold. Because there's some brothers that's real shy. They not like you. You can't just think about you. You gotta think about the nature of Yasha Allah, like other people. Everybody not brave as you. Like what you did, people might not be like that. So, some people real shy about coming out here.
Yeah,
so
rather
they
be
want to
behind the
see,
computer and shit.
they want to see an example of brothers standing up in the cold sometimes. Like, damn, if they do it, I can do it. I can do it too. That's what everybody they got their own lot. If that's your lot, brother, if you want to, that's cool. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But it's still brothers that shy, that need to see other brothers on these highways and be like, all right, damn, I can do that too. I ain't alone. I'm not saying it ain't brothers that's locked up, but I know they probably like, I want to get the fuck out of here and be out there. When I was locked up, I couldn't wait to get the fuck out that bitch, nigga.
Of course.
Shit, man, I couldn't fucking wait. So I hated being locked up, but I don't want to never go back to that fucking life because you lose yourself in that bitch, man. You really do.
It said in Wisdom of Solomon, if I'm mistaken, it said wisdom will not enter into a malicious soul.
Yeah.
So being in a place like that, you'll fuck around and lose wisdom. And wisdom is like a woman because that's why they refer to her as a she. If you ain't dancing with your woman, she'll fuck around and commit adultery with you. If you ain't fucking around with your woman, especially in this society, she'll fuck around and leave. Yeah. And find somebody else to be fucking around with her co-workers or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with wisdom. If you ain't dancing with her, if you ain't teaching the word, if you ain't studying the word day in and day out, she'll leave you.
So what's this thing even about? Who to say I might get locked up tomorrow because we doing this truth. This is the truth. This the shit that's gonna get us locked up.
But
we not.
In the congregation,
but right now,
have mercy and have brothers bail you out if they got the money.
And while we got the time. And while we out here, we gonna push this world as much as we can before we do get locked up, so we can still the elect. But till then, if my lot to get locked up, that's my lot. But what I'm saying is, while I'm free and while we can push the truth, that's exactly what we gonna do, and can't nobody stop us. Except y'all watching y'all shot. But back to this topic.
This is. I want to get this right quick.
But that's a good question.
Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 17. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence. They have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore will I also deal in fury. My eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet I will not hear them. Will I not hear them? So he said that lo, they put the branch to their nose. That's referring to smoking in general. So we know that that's off because in the scriptures it said he gave every herb bearing seed and it should be to you as for meat. So with that being said, you can use it. Yeah, I'm talking about you can use it for industrial purposes. Like it's the strongest fiber herb. It has like the strongest fibers. They got medicinal value, whether it be for like people that the CBD content could be used for like cancer, leprosy, all that shit. Not slacking, not leprosy. What's that flashing light shit? No. It's like you see flashing lights, you have a seizure, some shit like that. It's good. I forgot. I think it started with an L. I can't even think of the name. I said leprosy by accident. But
another thing, just like
you know what I'm talking about though.
Herbs. Yeah, that's a good point. People think like drugs itself is not bad. It's just when they mix that shit up. Like heroin is come from a plant called the poppy seeds.
Chinese people.
The poppy seeds. It's just a plant, and then they make it to where it affects you. You be fucked up.
But the scriptures, like we said, just say stay with a sober mind.
It just stay with a sober mind, so you can actually focus on what you're doing. But
that's why not trying to switch up the topic too much.
All right, well, just give me. Well, go ahead. Speak.
All I'm about to say is you got a lot of people, and my cousin do this because he wicked as fuck. But just saying, they stay in the hood, they do worldly shit, and down there they tell me all the time like they can't use drugs, they can't drink a lot because they got people down there that actually they own people to turn on them, so they got to stay up a sober mind to make sure they on their high alert at all times. So what we're saying is it's the same thing with this truth. Like, not saying that people will turn on you, but if you're doing that shit, the wisdom will turn on you. She'll leave you.
And that would bring demons on you.
It'll bring demons on you.
And
you'll be a
you
hypocrite.
would get addicted to it. So now you're not addicted to pushing out the truth. You addicted to
that shit. Spend a whole good
you
lump sum on
addicted
your
to.
check, week in, week out, doing that shit, just wasting it, blowing it.
Because the scripture said false balance.
He about to stop.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
finish what you said, Paul.
Okay, well, I was saying, because in Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is an abomination. You must balance your life out. You got to work out. You got to be in this truth. You got to keep that blood flowing. You got to be water. All right, you got it.